Hi, my name is Kavinraj. My metric number is 23 DKM 19F2006 and I'm from class DKM 3A.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Sofia Shakira binti Abdul Hafiz. I'm from DKM 3A. First of all, I'm going to talk about lathe machine. A lathe is a machine tool that rotates a workpiece about an axis of rotation to perform various operations such as cutting, sanding, knurling, drilling, deformation, facing, and turning, with tools that are applied to the workpiece to create an object with symmetry about that axis. So as you can see here, this is a drawing project. This one is work procedure, turning and facing process, drilling and boring process, grooving process with 4 jaws. This is the drawing. Lathe practical work procedure. What kind of operation that lathe machine can perform? First is facing operation, second is parallel turning operation, third is drilling operation, fourth is boring operation, and fifth parting or grooving operation. This is single cutting point. Single cutting point is cutting tools consist of only one main cutting edges that can perform material removal action at a time in a single pass. It is to be noted that in insert-based cutting tools, multiple cutting edges may present in a single tool. However, only one cutting edge can engage in material removal action at a time. This is facing operation. Facing is the process of removing metal from the end of a workpiece to produce a flat surface. Most often, the workpiece is cylindrical, but using a forger chalk, you can face rectangular or odd-shaped work to form cubes and other non-cylindrical shapes. This is turning operation. Turning is a machining process in which a cutting tool, typically a non-rotary tool bit, describes a helix tool path by moving more or less linearly while the workpiece rotates. Drilling operation is a cutting process that uses a drill bit to cut a hole of circular cross-section in solid materials. Instead, the hole is usually made by hammering a drill bit into the hole with quickly repeated short movement. That was drilling operation. This one is drill bit holder tailstock. Okay, they have 3. First, drill size can be referenced on the drill rod. Second, for installing small size straight rod drills, especially those 30mm or smaller in size, usually held in the chuck of the drill. Third, one of the factors to produce a good project is the use of vise or fastener that is suitable for the process of drilling work and binding with the work well. Now, in the picture, as we can see, that thing we call as drill bit holder. While the tapered rod drill is especially for large drills with a size of 30mm, it can be installed directly on the machine spindle through joint holes or sockets. The tapered rod drill can be easily removed from the spindle using a stretcher.
Today I'm going to talk about the work procedure of lathe machine. Okay, starting with the measurement mark on the surface. Okay, which is use a vernier gauge and adjust to the point. And refer project drawing. Okay, which means do the marking process for about 15 mm on the surface of the workplace. Then find the midpoint by making a perpendicular line on the surface of workpiece. Okay, next rate mark. Okay, it means adjust the 20 mm reading with the marking line on the workpiece surface parallel to the perpendicular line. Mark a point on the intersection point with height of 20 mm. Okay, then mark should be in red color as for the workpiece center. Do for grooving operation. Okay, next, tools of punch. Okay, use the right tools and suitable for punching process. Okay, next, be careful. For beware during the punching session, making the process with correct way will prevent from physical injuries. And then punch at rate mark. Okay, the punch should be done on the correct spot. Next, distance D from A 25 mm. Okay, using a vernier caliper, measure and mark the distance from surface A to D, which is 25 mm. Okay, point D is the part where the grooving operation should be done. Then now continue work to the lathe machine. Insert the workpiece on the jaw. Grooving operations on workpieces that have unsymmetry points should use for jaw checks. Okay, this is because it can help the adjustment of the center point for unsymmetrical parallel to the height of the point on the tailstock. Okay, and then place the tailstock on the rate mark. Okay, use the tailstock to hold the workpiece at the center dot with rate. And then adjust and tighten the forejaw to hold workpiece. Okay, to ensure stable rotation of the workpiece, fasten the workpiece by adjusting and lightening with all four jaws on the check. Ensure that the axial position of the workpiece marked in red is the same height as the end of the single cutting point on the tall stock. And then installing a cutting tool. Okay, place the single cutting point of the grooving tool on the tool post. Make sure to place the single cutting point same height with middle point of the tail stock. For axial grooving, adjust the position of the single cutting points. Move the single cutting eye close to touch the surface of the workpiece at the big radial distance from the center point of the red color workpiece. Okay, this should be done to avoid broken of single cutting point when grooving work is being done. Adjust the spindle speed to 90 rpm. The spindle speed is cutting work varies according to several factors. Among them are the types of machine hardness and type of workpiece, bond strength or grip on the workpiece. Okay, final project and workpiece. Okay, do the grooving work until it gets a depth of 3 mm. Okay, this is the final project and the workpiece. Okay.
So the conclusion is, after 4 weeks in machinery workshop, the project is done. However, I get you new skill to get the accurate in measure clean and tidy work. We should know how to control the machine, and we always should have discipline and responsible in our work. If we don't have the discipline and responsible in this work, maybe we will get an injured or an accident.
That's all from us. Thank you.